Technology Patangulathur. Dr. R. Rajkumar has completed PhD in Computer Science and Engineering in SRM Institute of Science and Technology, Chennai, and MTech in Crescent Institution of Science and Technology, Bachelor in Engineering in Anna University, Chennai. He has received various awards like Best Innovation Professor from Lifeline Awards, Youth Empowerment Engineer by Cotton University, Dubai, Inspiring Author of India for his book India 2030 from Indian Awards, Kolkata, and he has been awarded one of the 100 Youth Icon of India by GWF Chennai. He is awarded Innovator of the Year 2009 by Cognizant Innovation Contest. His Chennai team was awarded the Best Performer Team Global Level on the year of 2020 from Institute of Engineering and Technology UK. Dr. R. Rajkumar possesses many research funding grants, patents, and funded projects, and he has delivered 60 plus workshops and technical talks in various international and national conferences in the following topics: machine learning, deep learning, Internet of Things, intellectual property rights, brain computer interface, virtual reality, and augmented reality. He is the author of the following books: author of India 2030, co-author of Manorama Yearbook 2020, article name Intellectual Property Rights, co-author of Manorama Yearbook 2021, article name Digital Literacy, co-author of The Hindu Yearbook 2021, article name Fifth Generation Networks. I heartily welcome you, sir. Over to Dr. Rajkumar, sir.
Um, Thank you very much, ma'am. Hope I am audible.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
So here is a pleasant evening. I am very much honored and happy to be a part of Sapita. And today we are going to see about a very good topic since we are all teachers. So what is the future of the education, especially the education 4.0? That's we are going to see about. And thanks for the opportunity, ma'am. I
Thank
think
you, sir.
all the people slowly will be joining,
Yes,
and
sir.
probably we can start
Actually,
it
we
now.
have 300 registrations so far, but only few joined. Let us see, sir.
Okay, ma'am. So probably they may be having some technical glitches, so probably they will
Okay.
be joining later. Okay. So I share my screen now. Whether my screen is visible?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So today my topic is actually the education 4.0, which is the current after the pandemic, how actually we need to do the education 5.0, I mean the 4.0. First, initially, since we are all not the same kind of background, but education actually we are going to give for the industry. Industry may be the education industry or any kind of industry, or automobile industry, or language or arts and science, whatever may be. But these are the main things actually we need to cover, because as a education we need to give the product. Our product is a student to the industry. So industry 1.0 is a stream power, and industry 2.0 is a mass production, industry 3.0 automation, and industry 4.0 cyber physical system. So that's what actually we are doing it right now. Actually we are focused on the industry 5.0. Ma'am, hope my screen is visible to everyone.
Yes, sir.
Okay,
Yes.
okay. So just yes. So we are actually upgrading from the industry 4.0 to 5.0, but actually we are not upgrading from the in the education 3.0 for 4.0. That's a hard truth. We have to accept it. Industry 4.0, we are focusing on the connecting missions, mass customization, and intelligent supply chain, and these are things. I mean, I'm just talking about the engineering perspective. So apart from that, voice based communication, and there are many kind of the software jobs are also available. But industry 5.0 is delivering the customer experience and hyper customization, and whatever we want it, we need a customized product. For example, how actually we are recharging our mobile phone. We are not recharging our same price for all, so we just recharging our mobile phone whatever we want in the service. So that kind of thing actually is going on right now. Now we come to the industry, education 4.0. So education 1.0, still actually we are many are we used to take the lectures and memorization and these things, that comes under the education 1.0 for our understanding. And education 2.0 is internet enabled learning, and that's maybe the from 90s to 2000. And education 3.0 is a knowledge based learning. So knowledge based means from the internet how actually we are getting the knowledge. So that's kind of completely knowledge based learning. And the education 4.0 is innovation based learning. There is a one O is missing. Anyway, please take care of that. So innovation based learning. So that's the simple concept of simple name called the innovation based learning. But innovation is actually not the simple term. These are the actual fundamentals for the innovation according to the engineering perspective I am just talking about. But if you, there are many things actually for common for all the perspective also we can actually sharing information. So first one is the free. The completely the learning is free. So because of the internet, the students are anywhere and anytime, and that's they can learn free of cost. So most probably our data is not much costly. So then it's equal to the free of cost. But it is not the scenario of the 20 years before. Right now, actually, everything is free of cost for the learning, according to that. And there are kind of the technology called the virtual reality and video streaming, digital textbook and AI, and these kind of the open curriculum and open courseware like MOOC, and these kind of the courses also introduced. Rightly, if you want to point out, we have this kind of the six agendas for education 4.0. One thing is more personalized learning. So anyone can learn anything, but how to teach them in a special care. So that is the needed, but by using the digital innovations. So that is the need of the hour. How to do the personalized learning and more remote learning opportunities. So need of always with the one-to-one and personal interaction, we can learn. Over the internet and completely from the remote, and by using the education tools, so just we we can utilize some of the education tools like a slide and PowerPoint. And but even though we need some kind of tools called the chat box, and some kind of AR and VR argument things, and data are the fingertips. So whatever the data, whatever the doubts students are having it, they can clear themselves. So no need of actually coming and waiting for a long time. So data is actually in a fingertips. But what actually the guidance is needed as a faculties, we need to guide them in a proper way from the fundamentals. And easy and accurate assessment, still we are in a progress of easy and accurate assessment still, because after the pandemic the students are really pathetic to come for the class and then attending for the examination. But in doing the examination, the assessment is if it is the assessment is not exactly good, then they will be scoring low marks. Then the project based learning, that's a high need of the hour, because here there is no need of kind of memorizing and learning. So we need to give the project based learning. And since we are in talking with everything by book, but there is no book right now is not needed. So I just want to play a small video how our past generation actually how they have taken risk on their life to teach for others, and then we can go for the present and the future generation.
I have here a pendulum. I have an object that weighs 15 kilograms and I can lift it up 1 meter, which I have done now. That means I've done work MGH is
So
the
he
work
is
I have
the
done, believe
15
me. I've
kilogram,
increased the potential energy of this object. 15
the
times
object
10
he
so
is taking.
150 joules. If I let it fall, then that will be converted to kinetic energy. If I would let it swing from 1 meter height, and you would be
He's a
there and it
physics
would hit
professor.
you,
This is
you'd be
the,
dead.
most probably most
150
of
joules
the
is enough to kill you.
teachers we have to get inspiration
They
from
use these
him.
devices called a wrecker ball. They use them to demolish buildings. You lift up a very heavy object, even heavier than this, and then
So actually he
to let
is
it go, you swing
taking
it,
very much
thereby
risk
converting
on his own
gravitational
life.
potential energy into kinetic energy, and that way you
So
can
that's a glass
demolish a building.
object
You just let it hit,
that is heated.
and it breaks a building. And that's the
Breaks
whole
it.
idea of wrecking. So you're using then the conversion of gravitational potential energy to kinetic energy. Now, I am such a strong believer of the conservation of mechanical energy that I am willing to put my life on the line.
So hope the audio is
If I release
audible.
that
Yes,
bob
now it is clear. Sir.
Okay.
from a certain height, then that bob can never come back to a point where the height is any larger. If I release it from this height and it swings, then when it reaches here, it could not be higher. There is a conversion from gravitational potential energy to kinetic energy back to gravitational potential energy, and it will come to a stop here. And when it swings back, it should not be able to reach
So
any
he
higher,
believes the potential.
provided
he believes the
that I do not give this
science,
object
he believes
an
the
initial
physics.
speed when I stand here. I trust the conservation of mechanical energy for 100%. I may not trust myself. I'm going to release this object, and I hope I will be able to do it at 0 speed, so that when it comes back, it may touch my chin, but it may not crush my chin. I want you to be extremely quiet, because this is no joke. If I don't succeed in giving it 0 speed, then this will be my last lecture.
So he said that if
I will
these
close my
things
eyes.
are
I don't want to
fine,
see this.
then everything is
So
fine.
please be very quiet.
So if it is not good, then he is the
almost
this
didn't
lecture is the
sleep all
last
night.
lecture, because
3,
he is
2, 1, 0.
so this is what he believed the subject. He has the
Physics
knowledge.
works, and I'm still alive.
So any other any comments regarding with the especially how actually we are teaching and how actually we need to teach to the students. So understanding the fact is actually we are not taking much harder to teach the students. I mean, like him, because he is giving his he is about to give his life completely. The fact is actually we need to refine our teaching methodology, especially for the benefit of the teaching, the students community. And but we have to upgrade it. So not only we are upgrading in the subject alone, we have to upgrading the teaching methodology. So then only the students will be learning, and they will be getting a good marks, and then they will be highly potential in their subject. So these are the as per the in a today's scenario, because internet is everywhere, so technology is the biggest factor impacting the Indian education, especially the Indian education, because we have the 4G connectivity. Even though in a village we are about to connect with the 5G technology, we will come to the later these things. So these are the companies actually especially offering the augmented reality and virtual reality kind of the the even for the school education, the teachers are well equipped, school teachers are well equipped to deliver the content in virtual mode due to the pandemic. And also the students, especially the school children, they are upgraded. So we have to deliver, and then we have to meet their actual need. That is the need of the hour. And I used to write an article. This is actually about a written article at exactly 4 years before, March. Yeah, this is April, right? Yeah, 4 years before, about the virtual reality and the future of the virtual reality. But now, actually, before the pandemic, I have written. Now everything is actually on the way. So these are the companies, especially for VR and AR education companies. They are enabling the services. Even not only the Google and Microsoft. These are the companies actually enabling the education services. So this is me, and actually I worked with the VR and AR, and this is our lab, and I have the one startup. So see, the thing is, if we are wearing something, and we used to do getting the content from whatever we are wearing it. Okay, so that's we can focus on it. So no distraction from outside the world, and even we can communicate as much as longer time. So that is the technology of the VR. And actually we have designed and piloted the VR quiz. That's a part of the education 4.0. That means they have to wear the head mounted display. On that, they can attend the quiz, so that no one can copy from the outside the world. So no one can be helping others, I mean the helping them to complete the work. So they have to their own work, because they can see only the question, and they can see select the answers. So that is the way we can promote our assessment method in a proper channel, so that everyone can be assessed on a proper way. So that is the one of the objective of the education, 4.0, because easy and accurate assessment should be needed. So that is also need of the other. And also, yeah, this is our lab we are working in. And AR and VR and XR will be the revolutionary, and to the whole world it will make our education system which is more amazing. Since we are all familiar with this kind of technology, which is the virtual reality, augmented reality, and emerging reality, if you have the smartphone, you can avail these services. Even the Google Map using the augmented reality, and the concept called some kind of the games are actually using the virtual reality. But everything is actually in an entertainment point of view. But actually it has to adopt in the education point of view. So that is a very much needed. Now it's a need of the hour. So I mean, as a education people, and we have to use it, this kind of tools and techniques for the making our learning should be fun for the students. Yeah, right now actually we can about to start our own agenda, whatever actually we are planning for today. um, Especially educator can use the augmented reality to teach from the alphabet to rocket science. So any kind of technology or anything can be taught by the augmented reality. So I will give you some kind of insights how the education 4.0 can be working with this kind of technologies. See, for example, if we have our blackboard, we can take the photo of the blackboard, and then we can take the, I mean, image of the blackboard, and then we can embed the content. I mean, whatever the we want to teach it. For example, in physics, we want to teach it for the microscope. Let's say for the microscope, and biology, we can teach it for the amoeba, and that can be mapped into the blackboard. And whenever they are seeing the blackboard in their smartphone, that kind of the amoeba, or the whatever we have already assigned, that will be display on their mobile. So this kind of technology require very very less time, and you can getting done within a 5 to 10 minutes. It is possible. So I will giving a small demo, maybe after the end of the session. I will allocate the time for the small demo. If you operate in a small mobile, just operation, we can easily do this kind of stuff. So tomorrow, I mean, probably within a week, you can do wonders in our class. So actually, education and I mean edtech. That means edtech space is the saturated with all the products, especially because all the product is actually now costly. We have to do our make our own products for our education. So it is not the thing is everyone should know the coding skill, and everyone should know the degree of the this kind of the engineering degree, anyone can do it. Even the school teacher, from the kindergarten school teachers to any university teacher, professor or lecturers can do this. Um, because nowadays everything is a non-coding platform. Just whatever we are doing in making a slides, so according to that we can do it. So these are the two techniques, which is a virtual reality and mixed reality, that can be embedded with the learning content. For example, if we want to teach Tamil, we can make the content can be writing on its own, so that the children easily can grab that, and then they can visualize it on their mind, and then they can easily learn it. So not only that, even for our adult learning also, for any kind of digital content classrooms and online assessment can be done by using the cloud platform. So with knowledge or without our knowledge, actually the cloud based application is also comes under our own life. See, for example, actually, we used to do share our content in our just WhatsApp messages and Telegrams. So these are the platform. Actually, we are using the cloud platform, and also that Google cloud. I mean, the Google storage, drive storage. It's actually the Google cloud platform. Since we are actually using it, that kind of things. And also that's, I mean, I'm also stressing that VR can be the future. Not only future, it is already, it's in in our own life. That is the, we yet actually we need to get the kind of opportunity we used to work with that. So that is the big gap actually we are having it as a educational people. We have to equip with because we know how to make the slides, and we know how to do the good lecture in a blackboard and chalk. But we have to have this kind of experience by using this kind of technologies. Only within mobile phone itself we can do it, many magics. The possibility of the use and VR and AI are teaching and learning are immersive and implication. For example, if you want to teach them kind of mathematics, it is possible to using the AR technology. For example, if they scan the formula, it will give the results, and if they scan the input data, it will give the formula. So like that, there are many possibilities. Even along with the AI will work. So I'm not talking about anything like completely technology. So even everyone as a layman, they can do it. And also there are three kind of things we need to focus on it. I hope I am audible, and whether I am going for the right speed. If you feel that if I am going for the most speed, please stop me then and there. Whether I am connected, all of you, please.
Yes, sir. Yes,
Okay,
sir.
okay, okay. So there are three things we need to focus on that. First of all, as a teaching method, we need to demonstrate it. So what is the real-time application? Why we need to study mathematics? Why need to study the physics? And why need to study biology? And why we need to study? So that we need to demonstrate it with a real-time example. That the technology is also giving the insights, and then it will help us to teach, to give the kind of demonstration. And learning by doing. So most of the students are not doing learning by doing, because they are just learn and then they will just write it. But they should be a activity based learning. They should learn only by the learning by doing. For that, we can give the small quiz, and then like you can note down. There is a option, there is a, one second. Yeah, there is a website called wquizz.com, quiz.com. So you can make a small quiz just like a Google quiz, and you can divide the people 4 to 5 teams, and then you can give the competition in your classroom itself after the end of your lecture. So probably you can take the class around 30 minutes. So after 15 minutes, I mean the that kind of the 15 minutes gap is there, no? Then you can conduct the quiz in the quizz.com, quiz.com, so that you can give the small quiz. So whether my screen is visible, all of you?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Whether I am typing, no? That is also visible, right?
Yes, yes.
Okay, okay, good. So here is the quiz, .com. Here we can log in with our academic login as well as in our personal login. So anything we can. I'm just login with my Google login. So this is my ID. I'm just logging it. So here, yes. So here we can have the quiz and as the instructor dashboard, and then also the we can have the multiple dashboards. So here even if you want to give a small test to your students, like if you search it, you can give it. So these are the tests. Actually, I already given the test to the students. See, for example, population and the samples. That's a probability, and also I mean it is a statistical test. So if you want to practice, just do the practice. So these are the things, and you can call the students or colleagues to give the challenge friends. So challenge friends means they can just a minute. Yeah, so here is my name, and then I'm just starting it. So if I share this to your link, you also can attend the same quiz on time. I mean, whatever, whenever I am doing it. So actually we also, everyone will be doing the same time. So I'm just sharing the quiz in our thing. Whether the audio is okay now. Sorry, Yuvraj sir.
So it is clear only, sir, now.
Okay. So I think you can just click it, the quiz, and then now parallelly we will be doing that. So like this is the fantasy we can make it for our class. So without any much preparation, we just search for the for example, find a quiz. Let's say for example Tamil. So these are the Tamil quizzes are available. So if you just want to practice, you can practice it. Start it. So which is letter? O. I didn't prepare any quiz. So just search for the quiz. So now I'm in the second question. Which letter is it? This is not the right answer. It's I. So I'm in the ninth question. How? How is the right answer? So these are the gamification. I mean, learning by gaming. So activity based learning. Ooh. So I'm in the fourth question. In worldwide. Okay. So this one is the that's for the political. So you also can try now in a fourth question. Now the sixth question. Again, I'm getting down. Yeah, let's try it. That's the last question. No, there are 13 questions are there. Okay. Two more questions. Yes. So now I become the third question in the world. So this is what we can make it by using. So just for the simple quiz, we can able to make it. So this is the kind of engagement we can make it for the students. So not only the technology is actually only for the not preparing for the materials for our delivering lectures. It actually the teaching aid, we can make it for students equipment and classroom education, and even for medical tech, these people they are using it maximum for the medical education and training. So that's for the we can conduct the tour between the cities by using the especially for the history kind of professor, he want to give the exact view of the Peru, that's a country, so he can give the kind of the virtual reality things, and then he can visualize it by wearing the headset, and then the students will be virtually they will travel to the country, and then they will get the complete information. So since we are done with the gamification, it's of the learning for effective pedagogy means maximize the students' motivation and engagement. So even for the school education nowadays, it is using that. So you can just try with Monthly. That's a free mobile app is available. That's for enabling them. If we want to learn a new language, for example, if you want to learn a Japanese language, we cannot go and learn Japanese directly, because learning language is the very first fundamental of the everything is in the learning scenario. So first we have to learn the language, then only we can go for another learning. So Monly is the one of the VR tool. Even we can install in our mobile app, so that we can learn any new language without going to the place. For example, if you want to learn a new language, that's called let's say for Arabic, we will feel it we are going to the some restaurant in Arabic. So what the order will go, I mean what the order will we will be making it. So that just the order, I mean there is a pronunciation will be there. So we will make the order, and the bearer or waiter they will be replying, and whether he is replying, whether can you understand it, on that kind of conversation we can make it even from our home itself. So this is what the kind of the learning is happening. So this is the example for the actual thing is going for the learning of the new language. So you can just fix the headset, and then we can order it, and then the server will be delivering you. So that's a kind of the complete virtualization can be happen. So not only that, even for the labs, we can make it for the kind of things. And normally we are not teaching the empathy. So we just deliver the content and then we return back. So we can feel. I mean, the students can feel it. In the we can focus on that exact scenario, and we will deliver, because most of the time the students will be fun their own, but they won't be serious. So we can give the kind of the serious information whichever in the as per the learning content, and then we can make the actual cultural competence in the as per the Indian culture. So first of all we need to refine the role of the teachers. Teachers are no more just a content provider. He should be a role model. He should be the he or she should be the enabler, technology enabler. The teacher should be the technology enabler to the students, so that the students will get the maximum benefit out of it. And yes, so the teachers should always be the strong motivator, as well as the psychotherapeutic, because as a psychology also should be needed for nowadays there is a virtual tool is available to get the actual problem of the students problem, and then we can make the questionnaires, and then we can address their own problems. So I mean what I want to mean is, here the teacher should can give the individual attention irrespective of the student strength. If we have the virtual tools and this kind of education 4.0 kind of objects, because we can easily get the assessment done in our laptop or mobile, so that we can take care of the individual students, and then we can give the complete benefit out of it. So that's a concept called AR book. So we can, whenever we are scanning it, and that thing we can make it. So I just making a one more thing which called AR book. So AR book itself, you can make it for the augmented reality kind of objects. So here, so even the many apps are actually free of cost. They are giving it the service, and that's we can. So you can just note down this website, and then you may please, I mean, you can try with your own how to make a AR book to actually address to the making the complete benefit for the students. So I mean, I'm just because of the just a 1 hour, I just cover the maximum points, whichever is actually we can make it the students more effective in the learning. Whenever we have the time, that time we can go for the complete enrichment of the knowledge. So since actually we are focusing on only for the 4G network, the network speed is almost um, better with the 3G, but actually we are about to go with the 5G technologies, which is the 1 second of the internet speed is 10 GB. That's actually we are about to have it in a upcoming future in 2024 or something. So it is not only the mobile is I mean the mobile phone only not only connected, even our own all the smart home and medical devices and laptop, VR and experience, automotive vehicles and cloud data, everything is samely connected. So seamlessly without any wire we can connect all the informations in a VR technology. So there is a many opportunities to actually think over for the students benefits for using AR and VR applications. So we are actually closely working with this kind of stuff. But only the thing is, due to the high cost of the headset, the because of the financial problem, many institutions is not actually affordable for buying this kind of products. Plus, please don't worry about it, because there is a, if you have a good idea and if you have a good strong impact and students benefit, students complete interest, if you want to make the kind of ideas that the students can be really get benefited. So the UNICEF is actually organizing the fund for that, from the starting from the actually 5 lakhs to the 5 crores they are actually they are funding. So due to the, I mean, based on your actual work and actual innovations, they will be giving fund, whatever you want to teach you can teach it, and then you can make the our own content. Only the idea is needed, and actually you can give the idea to the some of the industry, and like us also you may give it that idea, and then they will be implement it and we will be getting the funding for it. So that is the one of the opportunity for educational institution like us, we can apply for it. That's a UNICEF Innovation Fund.org. And yes, so there are many plenty of opportunities are already available for making the learning content, and virtual and augmented reality platforms is actually about to go for the coding platform for the fund. And this is my own interest, out of my own interest I'm just introducing this one concept, that's called the brain computer interface in education. So because we are not, I mean, brain is the essential part for education, but actually we are not focusing on the any simulation by using the brain computer interface. So like this, a girl will be sitting in front of the computer, and then she's searching, I mean, whatever she thinks, that should comes to into the computer. So that's the kind of the brain computer interface. So whatever she want to give the assessment, for example, if the multiple choice question is there, if she want to answer for the A answer, so if he thinks the A could be the right answer, the A will be selected. It's not the kind of the magic or something. So there is a problem, I mean, there is a process we can make it for the um, brain can be, I mean, brain signals will be taken out, just like a wearable cap will be there. Like this, the wearable cap will be there, and they will be see some kind of questions on the virtual reality objects. And after that, based on the answers, the questions will be recorded, and that will be sent to the teachers. So this is what the future, I mean, maybe the education 5.0, we can call it as education 5.0, but education 4.0 is up to that. My conclusion is Yeah, this is one more thing I want to discuss. So this kind of the hand bands will be there in especially in a Japanese, they are used to have it. Since in our college or in our school, the students, whether they are learning, whether they are focusing, we don't know. But if they wear this, the light will be glowing. In the light says that if their light is red, they are not actually learning. If the light, I mean, they are not focusing. Okay, if the light is, if the light is this kind of color, which is the green color, then they are focusing. So that's the brain-computer interface, which we can give the complete assessment not only the after the class, during the class also we can get the real feedback how many students are not really listening or not. So that's kind of feedback actually we can take it. So conclusion is education 4.0 should give the resource to the industry 4.0, which is we know that industry 4.0 is completely visualization. And nowadays actually we have good experience on a visualization, because now also we actually, I'm in my home, actually you are in your home, but still we are connected through the this kind of network. But education 4.0 is also we need to give the complete service and effective way, whatever the corporate actually used to give the service for the industry 4.0. So this is my conclusion. And best wishes for the innovative education leader, because everyone is a leader according to the student. So this is my conclusion. Nowadays I just open for the Q&A session. Still we have a 7 minutes more. Now actually I'm very happy to be addressing for your QA, and this is my contact number and my mail ID. If you want any collaboration work and these things, actually Professor Sudha ma'am actually she planned for the long time for the this kind of the webinar. Actually this is a very good opportunity for me to interact in the Savita, and also with the other college, those who are registered here. And actually this is the webinar is actually apparently it's in YouTube also, it is on live. So that also will be shared to you. And now we can go for the Q&A session. Oh, I'm audible? Yeah. Am I audible?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Participants, please interact with sir if you have any queries.
Dr. Srijit sir, welcome.
Then actually we have to plan for offline sessions, sir. Then only it will be more effective, as
Okay,
you
ma'am.
said. And
Sir, I had a question.
Yes.
Can you give some more information about the Brian's model, please?
Yeah, actually, I can give a more information. Um, okay. So, uh, luckily I have the kit for the brain computer interface. So this is the kind of the kit we can actually fix in our forehead, so that all the things can be, whatever our thought process, especially we are emitting the alpha, beta, and gamma waves whenever we are thinking. So this kind of yeah, yes. So this is the way I have to wear it. So all my I mean the brain waves can be recorded, and then it will be sending to the Bluetooth, whether what my focus, and whether I am focusing, whether I'm sleeping or whatever. So that can be real time, it will be sending it. And then I mean it's not only one kind of only one can wear it. So everyone in the class they can wear it. That's a free, I mean the very cheap also, we can buy it. Through that will be recorded in the cloud. And then we can, after the end of the class or seminar, we can actually calculate the effectiveness of the actual webinar. It's a timeline based. Can you get it, ma'am? Darshan ma'am?
Yes, yes. Thank
Okay,
you.
okay. So any other questions, especially for making because since I have done with my slides in a pre-C, the pre-C is actually it's a augmented reality tool, um, so that we can our own image. I mean our own. Just just like our augmented reality, how actually we are doing it. My own image and video also will be there. Even I can give the content into near to me. So not only the see, for example, you can. I just share my screen over here. I just off my camera, so that because that camera will be accessing by that. So hope my screen is visible. Just a minute. Otherwise, I will be sharing my own presentation. You also can just open in your Chrome tab, so that you will be getting. You can feel it, whatever I am talking about. Yeah, just share my own presentation, whatever I just explained today. It's in draft mode. Any other questions? Sorry, ma'am, I couldn't get you.
Sir, can we end the session?
Okay.
Shall we end the session?
Yeah,
Okay, sir.
sure.
Now I call upon Dr. Srimati to deliver a vote of thanks.
First of all, thank you so much, sir, for delivering lots of information to us. It was really helpful for us to how to take a class in a different way. Thank you so much, sir.
Thank you very
And
much,
I
ma'am. Thank you.
take and I take this opportunity to thank our management, director ma'am, and principal ma'am, and especially Sudha ma'am for conducting this event. And I thank all the faculty members, those who have joined here. Thank you so much.
Thank you, sir, for accepting our invitation and delivering a good speech. And it is really worth of information. And it is new information for us. And hope we have offline session for this in near future, sir. Thank you, sir.
Yes, ma'am. And thank you for the coordination and thanks for all participation. And
Okay.
I'm really getting learning from everyone. So we can do our best, ma'am. Thank you very much.
Okay. Thank you, sir. Thank you. Participants, kindly fill the feedback form.
Ma'am, am I audible?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Yes, sir. You are audible.
Yeah. மேம் கரெக்ட் டைம் விட்டுட்டீங்க. தேங்க்யூ மேம். வள்ளிய மேலே ஜாயின் பண்ணிட்டேன். ஓகே. ம். ஆஃப்லைன்ல தான் நான் கேட்டேன். சரி, ஓகே. பரவாயில்லைங்க மேம். நம்ப இன்னொரு நாள் ஆஃப்லைன்ல பண்ணிக்கலாம். ம். ம். ஓகே, ஓகே, ஓகே. ம். ஓகே, ஓகே. ஓகே ஓகே மேம். இல்லை பாருங்க, ரிலாக்ஸாக ஒர்க் பண்ணுங்க மேம். நம்ம ஒன்றும் வி ஆர் ஒர்க்கிங் ஃபார் அவர் ஓன் சாட்டிஸ்ஃபேக்ஷன், அவ்வளோதான். யாருக்காக ஒர்க் பண்ணக்கூடாது. ஓகேங்க மேம். சரிங்க மேம். டேக் கேர் மேம். தேங்க்யூ மேம். தேங்க்யூ. எஸ் அனுப்பிடுங்க மேம். ஓகே. ஒன்று முடிஞ்சு. ஒன்று முடிஞ்சுடா. சவிதா முடிஞ்சு, வால்யூம் இப்போ ஸ்டார்ட் ஆகுது. தண்ணி மட்டும் தரேன். ஆப்பிள் மட்டும் தான் சாப்பிட்டேன், தண்ணி கூட குடிக்கல. தண்ணி தாங்க கொஞ்சம். ஒன்று